Hey there, Griff Hamlin here from Blues Guitar Unleashed. Welcome, thanks for joining me today. In today's video, we're going to talk about if you want to play the blues, this is the chord that you have to know. This is used in so many blues songs. Honestly, probably like 98% of all the blues songs on the planet are based around this chord. And the chord I'm talking about is, of course, the dominant 7th chord. Now, if you've never played a dominant 7th chord before, for you theory buffs, it's root 3rd, 5th, flatted 7th. Most people know, I'll say, an E7 chord. So that's open, 2nd fret, open, 1st fret, open, open. Right, and you'll notice that I've got my middle finger and my 1st finger in place. Okay, this is an E7. This low note is an E. Now, here's what makes this work. What I want you to do is add a finger to each one of these fingers. So instead of my middle finger, that 2nd finger, I'm going to make it the 3rd finger. Instead of my 1st finger, I'm going to make it the 2nd finger, right? So I'm just adding 1 to the fingers. What I've done is I've made my 1st finger now available. What I want to do is slide this up a fret and now use my 1st finger as the nut. Now that's a bar, and I realize that's hard. So at least get the low string. If you don't get anything else, it takes some time to get these. It's okay, take your time with it. But you'll notice that I can now move this up. This is what we call a root on the 6th string bar chord. Some of you might know it as an E-shaped chord because it came from an E right down in open position. When we bring it up here to the 5th fret, that's an A. E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. We just follow the notes on the 6th string. So that is one. That is one dominant 7th chord shape that you can use. And it's absolutely one of the most popular. And of course, I could move it around all over the place if I wanted to, but that's a lot of movement. And I don't really like a lot of movement. I like to stay in one place. That's always what we try to do. So let's look at another 7th chord you might be familiar with, which is A7. Open A. I don't hit the 6th string at all. Open A. Notice I've got my 2nd finger here on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Open 3rd string. My 3rd finger is on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, and I've got the open 1st string. So again, I'm going to add 1. Now I'm using my 3rd and 4th fingers, and when I slide it up, my 1st finger can follow along. And now I have my D7 chord. So here's A7, B flat or A sharp, B, C, C sharp or D flat, D, D sharp, E. I have all of, again, I can go as far as I want. I have all the chords available. Okay, now these are the same. This is A7, this is A7, right? Yes, they sound ever so slightly different because they're in different areas of the fretboard, but they are interchangeable. Okay, B7, B7, C7, C7, totally interchangeable, nothing wrong with that. The last one that I want you to practice is the C7. Okay, so you probably know an open C chord. 3rd finger, 2nd finger, open, 1st finger, right? So 3rd fret, 2nd fret, open, 1st fret, open. You're gonna add your pinky to the 3rd fret on the 3rd string. So now it's 3, 2, 3, 1. I'm not going to use that top string. Why? Because when I slide this up, I don't want that top string involved. So the C7, C sharp 7, D7, D sharp 7, E7, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. I have all of those chords. And technically speaking, that's it. Like, you've got the chords. You can play literally thousands of songs with those chords. It can be that simple, and that can be all there is to it. There are more chords available, of course, but that gives you a really, really, really good head start. Now, if we want to practice these a little bit, I have a suggestion. Let's take a blues in A. We're going to have an A7 chord, and I'm going to play it down here as opposed to the open. Okay, so again, I'm going to take that E, I'm going to bring it up to A. That's going to be my 1st finger on the 5th fret. Now, it might be that the only notes you get are the 6th string, the 5th string, 4th string very well may go clunk. That should be covered with your bar, but it very well may go clunk, and that's okay. The 3rd string you can probably get, and the top 2 may go clunk, and that may be all you get for now. And if that's the case, that's all right. Just pay attention to the fact that your 1st finger needs to lay right up next to the fret. That's going to take the least amount of pressure. If your first finger is farther back, it's not going to work for me either. Get it right up there, hugging that fret. And then it doesn't take very much pressure, and that makes a big difference. Okay, so we're going to do the following rhythm. We're going to count in a swing pattern. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3. And so notice that my hand goes down, 1, and 2, and 3. So I'm up on the and I'm down on the numbers. So I'm going to do 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and Okay, this is to get you used to hitting these off beats. This is something that we often do in what's commonly called blues comping or blues rhythm playing. Okay, so it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now I've just played that same pattern 4 times because there are 4 bars of the 1 chord. This is my home base in my blues in A. So 4 bars of that blues in A pattern. Each time through the pattern is 1 bar. Now, I'm going to go to my 4 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is D. You can always tell because it's just up on the next string. Makes it nice and easy. So there is my D7 chord. Remember, it's coming in, starting at A, moving my way up to D. So if I play the same shape as I played down here, that's not it. That's a minor 7. That's not what we want. We want dominant 7. Okay? So I'll use the same pattern. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and notice that was 2 bars of that. Back to my A7. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again 2 bars of that. I'm going to use that C7 shape for my E, my 5 chord, right? And the way we get the 5 is a whole step up from the 4. So we have the 1, 4, 5. But I'm going to use that, what I call baseball grip, kind of baseball bat grip. So again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and because we only do that for 1 bar. Back to the D, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and only 1 bar there. 1 bar of the 1, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and back to the 5 at the very end. 1 and 2 and 4 and then we would start over back to the 1 chord. Now what's important, and I want you to pay attention to, is not to add beats when it's time to change chords. It's a very easy habit to get into. I hear this a lot from students. They'll do like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and they'll add that extra beat and they get used to doing it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then on the last bar, they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. And they'll take that 1 more beat, and not only will it be 1 more beat, it'll be perfectly in time with all of the other beats. But you can't get into that habit. Please, 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 please don't do that. It's a really hard habit to break. So when you do this, you got to go slow enough that you make the change. The other thing is, if you make the change, or if you, I should say, don't make the change, you have to pretend like you did, right? So if you're going 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, and maybe it's not working and it's not there, you still have to fix it while you go. You can't just, obviously, when you're first learning, you want to go very, very, very slowly and precisely and make sure you make those changes. But as you start to progress a little bit and you start trying to increase the speed a little bit, it's going to happen where your fingers just aren't going to go where you wanted them to go, and that it's not going to sound right. You have to keep going. You can't stop every time that happens and fix it. Your hands won't get used to fixing things on the fly. Okay, it's a skill just like any other to learn to fix things on the fly. So if we play this all together, let's play it together at a nice slow tempo. The whole thing through. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Here comes the 4 chord. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4. Back to the 1 chord. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, and the 1, 2, and the 5, 2, 3, 4, and back to the 1, and that's the return. We go back to the beginning and start over. Okay, so this is a great way to practice on these must-have chords. You absolutely positively need these chords. You cannot play blues songs without them. They are used everywhere, all over the place. Okay, if you would like a little bit more about this kind of thing, I do have a how to jam a guidebook that has some of these chords, some different rhythms that you can play with them. I'll leave a link for that nearby. I have a course called Essential Blues Chords you can also check out that has all these chords and many more besides. But these are the ones, in all seriousness, you can play like 98% of blues songs with these chords. I'm not kidding. They really, really are that valuable. So, hope you dug the lesson. Again, my name is Griff Hamlin from Blues Guitar Unleashed. I will leave some links near this video. If you've got guitar playing friends that you think would dig it, I hope you'll share it with them, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.